Guest this morning has something in common with all of us here on the show. Like Renee, he was once a performer at Disney World in Florida. Like Mike, a low handicap golfer. And much like myself, an incredibly handsome world-class dancer.
Whatever.
Okay, one of these statements is not entirely true. Mike's handicap's blown out a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome New Zealand's Got Talent judge and worldwide superstar, Mr. Cris Judd.
G'day, Cris.
Good morning. What an intro. That was awesome.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Hey, it's pretty impressive that you really like your golf. And I heard a rumour that you once considered turning pro.
I did. I was pursuing it at one point in the early 90s. So, I still play. I still carry 2 handicaps. So
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, impressive, mate. Impressive. Have you played much in New Zealand?
I've played twice. I played twice in July and August.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
beautiful golf courses here.
Well, see, no wonder you're
nice.
a good dancer. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Send it to the happy place.
Good stuff.
Now, Cris, you were one of Michael Jackson's principal dancers, and I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. What you have to tell me what that was like?
It was amazing. I mean, it's when I first met him, it was like, oh my God, Michael Jackson just walked in the room.
Yeah.
So. It's just that that feeling never ended.
Okay.
That feeling never stopped. When he walked in, you're like, oh my God, it's Michael, and you just got to just pull up and just make sure that you're on point. And,
I bet.
But sharing the stage with him was like nothing ever that you could ever imagine. I mean, just standing on stage and just the presence, his presence, and you can feel the energy, and then all of a sudden you're just looking out into the audience and there's 100,000 people out there.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps now just hearing you talk about it.
There's like no other feeling.
So, Cris, where were you on the 25th of June 2009, the day that Michael Jackson died?
I was actually buying a car. I was in a car lot looking for a new car when I got called.
Wow.
And was informed. Yeah.
So what went through your mind?
Gosh, a bunch of stuff, and I when he announced that he was doing This Is It, I was like, oh my God, awesome, and then, it was 11 shows, and then when I got into 50 some odd shows, then I was like, oh God, I hope he makes it through.
Yeah, it's a lot of shows.
Because just from my experience being with him, we've dealt with those kind of, those pitfalls when him getting sick and whatnot. So I was like hopefully that he was like going to make it through. But I never would imagined, and never in my wildest dreams would ever imagine that I would be called and told that he passed away.
Throughout the auditions for New Zealand's Got Talent, Cris, we've seen a lot of Michael Jackson dancers. How do you honestly feel when these guys come out and you're like, yeah, no, what? It's not really Michael.
Well, I at the same time I'm like super happy that people are still inspired by him, and especially the younger generation with Ethan. Ethan is channeling him in a way that it's refreshing to see, and just like making Michael live on. So it's not that I'm like, I'm not impressed, but I'm just like more impressed that because I've taught dance in the States and plays music, and younger kids are like, who is this? They don't know. So and you're like, oh my God, so then now you just realize that this is the next generation, and they'll never know Michael Jackson the way we did.
Now, Cris, Cirque du Soleil Immortal was here just last week, and I went to see that, and I thought it was incredible to see Michael Jackson's music portrayed that way. Have you seen that show? I did. Me and my wife went while it was here. I think it was on the 1st. We went on the 1st of November, and we got backstage, and there's a bunch of my friends that are in the show. Oh, cool! And in fact, Jonathan Moffett, who plays the drums, and Fred White, that was a singer on the show, I actually toured with when I was with Michael. So, so his musicians are there, his dancers are there, so it was a really great show, and I was just really, truly appreciate it, and just to see my friends again, and who have been a part of the show when they were conceiving and workshopping, and the skeleton crew since its inception or whatever are still doing it. So it was really great to see them perform. That's incredible. It just brought me back. It got me so emotional. Oh, I bet. Listening to Michael Jackson and seeing a stage and seeing all that. So I was like,
I couldn't help but dance in my seat.
Oh, I bet.
It's understandable, though, that your emotions are running high because it's a very emotional time in life for you. You're a new dad.
I'm a new dad.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm happy. My wife and my daughter, they're beautiful, and they're trying to sleep right now. So I don't know. I'm keeping them up right now, but I just hear my daughter kind of like doing the moaning and kind of the grunting and the poop sounds. And
oh, funny. So, Chris, is there
a bit like sitting next to Jason Kerrison then, And,
hey, don't knock Jason Kerrison. Chris, any chance of you and your lovely family settling down in New Zealand?
Oh gosh, it's tough. It's beautiful here. I would love to have a second home here. That'd be if you're But,
you can stay. It's all right.
God, it's amazing. But if the show comes around, if we do the show next year, we plan on staying a lot longer.
Good stuff, Chris.
Well, it's getting closer and closer to the end of the series, and last night we saw one of my favourites, Cris, on. He was awesome.
He was.
I'm next mastered in
Cris.
man, so
Cris is great. I think he killed it. I think he knocked it out of the box. Knocked it out of the park.
For sure, mate. Chris, we'll let you go. We know you're a busy man, and we really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great time in New Zealand. Enjoy your newborn, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again soon.
Of course, anytime.
Nice work, Chris. Thank you very much.
All
right, that was Chris Judd.
Oh, that was so
Judge
exciting.
You're shaking.
I just love him. He's just so cool.
He's a cool guy, eh? All right, it's more FM. It's 11 minutes past 8.
Mike West in the morning.
Sometimes you're sensible, Susan. Today, you're being fussy, Felicity.
Manawatu's #1 breakfast show.
On Manawatu's More FM.